Hello, hello, good evening from Perth, Western Australia. I hope everybody's well. Welcome back to the second video of With Coffee in Hand and My Feet Up. I hope you're doing just that. Grab your cuppa, as they say here in Australia, and put your feet up and enjoy yourself. I hope, these 10-12 minutes are entertaining and at least relaxing. The idea is to distress. This is not distress, de-stress, okay? Get rid of the stress. Give yourself 10 to 15 minutes of me time and just forget about the rest. The rest is always going to be there, but this video may not. And this is your opportunity to make the most of it. So I invite you to listen, make comments if you want to, agree or not with some things, like or not certain things, but more than anything, enjoy it. Yes, as I said in my first video, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about myself and what triggered this idea and what the channel is going to be about. I am a Spanish-English interpreter and translator by profession, and also Spanish-English language instructor. I have retired from public teaching for a year ago, maybe, because I wanted time to do other things. As I said before, I'm in my early 70s, semi-retired, so I'm trying to retire from work that was putting pressure, on me, and dedicate myself to maybe generate a passive income doing other things that I have always dreamed of doing, and they're always left at the bottom of the barrel. Procrastination, it's called, and I am a master of procrastination. And I like a lot of things. I like painting, I like writing, I like talking, I like designing, I like cooking special things, and I just every day of my life is always filled of plans and wants, and maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that, and it never happens, But I'm learning that house chores can wait. Your fun and enjoyment cannot. And that's exactly what I am aiming at with this. So, basically, I would like to speak a lot in future videos about what brought me to the point I'm at the moment. And I am at a point in my life where I'm really enjoying literally every day. Rain or shine, it doesn't matter. I will do whatever I can that day. If it is raining, well, there's perfect excuse to do what I'm doing right now, recording videos, reading a good book, watching a good documentary. I love documentaries about biographies, history, ancient history, whatever. Science, I love it. So, and if it is nice outdoors, then I love gardening. I love repotting and planting and propagating and cutting here, cutting there. And I have a lot of fun. But I also have my breaks from that. And then I put my feet up, grab my cuppa, and just breathe and enjoy. I do that quite often now, actually. I have in the pipeline 4 mini books that I am planning to publish, probably, if not by the end of this year, maybe at the beginning of next year. And they're all on improvement, life improvements, those little things that we can change to turn them into habits that will bring more pleasure, drive the stress away, and realize that now we have more time to enjoy. So that's the aim of it. And the books, I say 4 books because the idea was to tackle one subject at a time. They're mini books, they're not very extensive, but they're very much down to the point with the humor side of it. And one of them will be talking about time management, about money management, about space management in your home, in your life, and also about personal care management. And there will be quite a bit about beauty for the girls, mostly concentrating on eliminating the things that are stressful, that seem like a chore, that seem like, oh boy, I should do this, I should do that, and I don't have the time, and I don't have the age to do that, and I'm not motivated. No. All that has to disappear. We have to really look at things and say, I want to do this, I would love to try that, I'm going to launch myself into that. So these little habits, once they become an automatic action, which is what a habit is, then they eliminate a lot of, the nasty, the ugly, the difficult, the compelling, and start opening the doors to enjoyment of little things around us. And we have quite a bit to enjoy, believe me. But that's mainly the basis of this. There's also a book. Now that's a larger project, and hopefully by next year I would love to think that I can finish and publish it. And it'll be mostly about my experience as a migrant from my country of birth, Venezuela, to Australia. And all the cultural comparisons, what I experienced, what I learned, all the ups and downs, the hiccups, the funny things that happened, many of them, the scary things that happened. So all that is also the basis for these videos, in this channel, okay? And we'll have a lot to talk about, all right? So having said that, I must stress that I am not a psychologist, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a social worker, I'm not a doctor or a nurse, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a human resources manager, I'm not the CEO of any company, I don't have a university degree as such. My profession has been growing and becoming what it is today through a lot of hard work, a lot of learning, training myself, and become part of the interpreting and translating community here in Australia. It has been wonderful. A lot of variety, a lot of interesting people to meet, a lot of interesting things to learn and talk about, because I work on several fields. I work in mining, medicine, legal matters, the police, immigration matters, taxes, you name it. Everything is in that melting pot. So after 30 years working in Australia, I can say that I still, every single day, learn something new about anything, be it politics, economics, finances, company managements, problems of any kind, mental health, you name it. And it is fascinating because it is impossible to get bored. I love it. I love my job, and I continue to have my translation office here at home. So I'm working from home now, very independently. I think that for the last 10 years, I have not worked for a company or for anybody or looked for a job. I just created my own working environment, used it as best as I can to produce an income that allows me to live well, no luxuries, but plenty of comfort. I have to say that I don't like anything. I don't wake up in the morning thinking, oh wow, I cannot do this because I don't have enough money. No, I'm going to do a lot of the good things that I can with the money I have and produce. And that's what life is all about. And I have been very lucky because I have managed that department of my life very well, I have to say. I cannot complain. I've never lacked anything. If I need to want to buy something, I can do it. I have traveled quite a bit. So all in all, I'm a happy, independent, professional person, semi-retired, and on the way to new things. And with you by my side, I'm going to conquer in YouTube, and I hope it turns out to be a fantastic experience altogether. So, having said that, I will invite you into the next videos once a week with the idea of discussing different subjects. Sometimes we'll talk about maybe books I have read that are very interesting, things I have heard in the news, things that are happening here in Australia in everyday living. I will film sometimes outdoors to show you some of the sights of Perth. Perth is a very beautiful city and plenty to see, the activities, how we Australians live here. And I consider myself an Australian. Yes, I said we because I am a recognized Australian citizen. I have assimilated myself very well into the system. Oh boy, I can cope with anything just about here in Australia. And I love it. But still, you know, I'm the black sheep of any Australian group because I'm, you know, the Spanish-speaking member or a person who came from a totally different culture. I still have an accent, which is a bummer because I wanted to eliminate that, and I can't. I cannot acquire a proper Australian accent. But hopefully my English will be good enough for everybody to understand what I'm saying and what I'm trying to convey to you. So that's all in a nutshell for now, until the next video next week. And we'll get into more well-defined content. I'm going to pick up a subject that I will prepare for you with some notes and some tips and lots of things that you can write down if you want to and discuss with me and message about. Everything will be welcome. I will do my very best to read your messages, of course, and to answer some of them. And I am planning to probably on every week to pick up one message in particular and ventilate that and share it with you with the permission, of course, of the author. So that's it for now. I am now going to have some dinner and relax and take notes for you for next time. And I really hope you have a lovely week full of pleasant moments. Enjoy them, as I say. Those are the ones that count. So grab your cuppa and put your feet up. See you next time. Bye-bye.